Okay, everybody, we're starting our live stream for today. What are we doing today, Marcella?
We're making hats.
Yep, and you can also make other things like jewelry and crowns and other stuff with this, with the materials we're working with today. We're working with pipe cleaners of all different kinds and colors. And we also brought out all of our pony beads that we happen to have at home. We have a giant bag of hearts and a giant bag of sparkly colored ones. So you can add beads to your project as well. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks working with pipe cleaners to build with. What's nice about this material is you don't need glue. You're just using the pipe cleaners to hold everything together. You might need some scissors to help you cut pieces. Okay, and beads are optional. That's if you want to jazz it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might need to help your little ones a little bit with this to get started, especially measuring the circumference of their head. So I did that with Marcella already, and we made a circle shape that fits over her head. So now she can just add to it. So I'm going to show you some of the ways to use pipe cleaners to build with. So I have to measure my head to make my hat or crown or whatever I decide to do today. So I know my head's a little bit bigger than Marcella's, so I'm going to need more than 2 pipe cleaners probably to hold it together. So here is one way that you can keep pipe cleaners together, and this is good basic wire building techniques. I did a lot of wire building with my little ones this year, 2nd graders specifically, and we looked at Alexander Calder when we did their projects and we built faces. I've done the hat building project with my 4th graders before, and they loved it. It was a great 2-day project. Anyway, I digress. So basic building, you can crisscross your pipe cleaners together, and you can twist them. One blue's twisting around the yellow, and twist them together this way. Okay, so that's one way to keep your pipe cleaners together. Another way is to do the loop. So you can make a loop with your pipe cleaner and twist it. Okay, and then you can string your pipe cleaner through the loop, make another loop on the other side, and twist it. So that is another way to hold your pipe cleaners together. Now I have a good long piece of pipe cleaner, I can now measure my head. And I'm going to have a little bit of extra. I could cut off my extra, or I can go ahead and twist that together. I want a little bit of wiggle room. I don't want it super tight because I want it to be able to go back over my head. So I'm going to do the twist together method. I'm just going to twist it all together instead of cut it.
Because you don't want to waste.
Yeah, and then I'll have little pieces that I don't really need right now. You also need to make sure you twist it together well enough that you don't have little pokey parts sticking out. The end of pipe cleaners are kind of pointy. Okay, now I have a good round ring for the top of my head. Are you testing yours out?
Yeah.
Now mine's going to fit pretty well.
Mine's going to fit.
That looks pretty nice. We're going to make them look even better, right?
Yeah.
We're going to add some pieces. Marcella, can you show everyone what you were working on over here?
I'm working on something for my outside.
Okay. What were you adding to it?
Hearts.
Ooh, heart beads. What were you making there?
A pattern.
A pattern. Good job. So she's working on a pattern with her beads. Do you want these over here so you can work with them a little easier?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
So I think I'm going to make a crown for mine. So I might want to add... I'm going to grab some pipe cleaners.
I'm going to make mine a witch crown.
Ooh, I like that idea. So I might add some beads to mine in a little bit, but I think I'm going to make some sort of like triangle shapes, like this,
Pink.
that I'm going to attach to the top. I might have to reinforce the bottom a little bit to hold everything together. So this is a good building activity where you have to think about balance.
Stay straight.
Of course, you're using lines to create different shapes. You're also working with form a little bit, because you have to think 3-dimensionally what's going to go around your head.
trying to make it straight.
Yeah, these pipe cleaners have kind of been in bags, sitting in my art studio for a while. I don't know why I have so many. I have like a mini...
So many beads.
So many beads. I have like a mini Hobby Lobby up in my art studio right now. I have so much stuff. I probably don't even remember all that I have.
Okay, I need black.
Okay. Good luck finding stuff. Okay, so I made a triangle for the top. I'm going to do kind of like a zigzag pattern going all the way around like a typical crown, I think. I might add beads in a little bit, I'm not sure. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of twisting my wire around my base. So I'm having a little bit of extra on each of my shapes. I don't know if you can see that too well. I'm twisting that around the base, which will also give my base a little bit extra structure too.
What?
Nothing, just looking, see what you're doing. And this would be a fun family activity. Maybe you can give each other the challenge to wear your hat all day long while in isolation.
I'm just trying to make the
Oh, you're doing the bendy part like I'm doing?
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm making it creepier with hearts on them.
Oh, okay. You think hearts are creepy?
Yeah.
Careful, don't whack me with that.
Ah. I need black.
We'll keep filming for a little bit so you guys can see our building techniques for a little while. And then just like everything else we've done, I'll show you guys a picture in the comments of the finished product. Maybe we'll wear our crowns all day. I don't know.
I'm going to wear mine all day. Yay! Pinky.
Wearable art is fun. I've done all sorts of forms of wearable art with my students. This is just one example. Nice. You can also make jewelry. You can make bracelets, especially for like little kids who maybe couldn't do the more three-dimensional hat form.
Yeah, but when bracelets, you have to like cut.
Oh, yeah, you might have to cut it to fit your wrist, right?
Hey,
Glasses are always
I'm gonna
fun.
make a bracelet.
Okay. I thought you were adding that to your crown.
No.
Changed your mind?
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Okay. I'm doing a crown.
I'm doing a bracelet and crown.
Okay. Getting fancy with it.
And a necklace.
Okay.
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 I need to cut a little bit off.
I decided to go with bright colors, I guess.
I'm going with dark colors.
Oh,
What? Spooky.
okay. Marcella's in a spooky mood today, I guess.
I've been watching TV.
Yeah, she watched Scooby-Doo this morning, so maybe she's in a spooky mood.
I need to cut that.
And just a little shameless promotion here. I'm not getting sponsored or anything, but
Yee.
just wanted to show off a couple of art things today.
How
So
you cut
we're in one of
this?
my favorite t-shirts. This is by Curbside Clothing in Omaha, one of my favorite t-shirt shops. And I'm drinking my coffee this morning from, this was made by an artist named Paul Koch out of Macedonia, Iowa. He owns the Painted Camel Gallery. So very cool places to visit that are art related. Probably can't visit them right now, but in the future, places to go to. Curbside
Can't
Clothing does have an
cut
online
this.
store. Okay, good thing that we can show you how to cut. So cutting pipe cleaner is not easy. You have to use the back of the scissors, like I tell my students, because you're trying to cut through wire. So it will cut, but you just gotta make sure you're using the very back side of your scissors, all the way back here. If you're trying to use the tip of your scissors, it's not gonna work as well. Okay, there you go.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. And this is a good project where you probably need to supervise a little bit because you probably will run into a situation where your kiddos might need a little bit of extra help from you, especially if they're younger. Good job, you did it.
Oh, where did it go?
I don't know.
Hey, I found something.
probably noticed that we're working in a different spot today. We're setting up in our living room because you needed to be able to see our faces today. Do you need help?
Found it.
Okay.
Ugh, that was so hard. Why is everybody
Testing out my crown. What do you think? It's not done yet, but
It's cool.
is it looking pretty good?
Yeah, you just need to do the back.
Yeah, I still need to add more spikes to the top. But I'm looking pretty good.
No, you have to go that way because that one's bigger.
Oh, does that look better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Whew. All right, I think I need like 2 more
Remember,
spikes.
this is the front.
You want the orange to be the front?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm seeing some comments pop up. Aunt Connie says, hi, Marcella.
Hi. Bead.
I'm liking our setup a lot better. Now I can actually see if comments pop up a little easier.
Yeah.
And thankfully my phone hasn't shut down randomly like yesterday yet. Not to speak too soon, but...
Hi. Okay, now I need pink.
Okay, I'm going to at least get my main crown built before we close down the video. I'm not sure how long we've been running yet.
Mom's like super cheesy.
What? I'm cheesy?
Cheesy.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm not going to take that as a negative. I think one more orange. I don't know why I did one random purple. I'm not doing any sort of like specific color pattern or anything.
Pacific color.
I think we're getting a little bit of cabin fever here at the Puro household. We might need to go outside for a little bit today, even though it's kind of chilly out, right?
No, I'm not going outside.
You're not going outside?
Wah.
I think I need to go outside. We might take Gus for a walk today.
I'm not going outside.
I think you might need to.
No, I'm going to stay in here with Grandma.
Oh, we'll see about that. Okay.
Yeah, well, look at your head.
Alright, my main crown shape is done, but I want to add pieces to kind of jazz it up and probably add some beads.
Okay, mine's...
Oh, are you getting your bracelet? Did you have too many pieces on there? Okay, and then you twist it.
I know. Ow.
Kind of pokey. Good job. Is it big enough for your wrist? Did you check? Better double check before you twist it all. Good job twisting. Okay, let's see if it's big enough. That looks awfully small. Yeah, I don't think it's big enough, kiddo. I think you cut it a little too small. Okay, so you're going to have to untwist it. Nope, don't cut it. Untwist it. You can always add more to it. So you can add a little extra pipe cleaner to it to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there you go. Alright, to add beads to mine, what I think, I'm going to show you that and then we'll probably log on out here.
And the other way you can make your bracelet different, you can do this.
Now measure your wrist before you twist it again. Remember, you made it too short.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm putting some beads on. I'm gonna put like 3 beads.
I'm gonna do it like this, so like I can like.
Oh, do you want me to twist it like that for you, so you don't have to do it?
Wait, I have to put beads on it.
Okay. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get beads like in the middle of each of these. So, which is big. I'm gonna kind of twist it around to get it to stay there, and then twist it this way. Now, one of the tricks of the trade here when you're working with pipe cleaner, trying to get pieces to stick together, I would save the cutting until you know for sure that your pieces are secure. If you cut a piece too short before you even get it on there, you're going to have a hard time getting it to stay. So it's a good idea to twist it and make sure it's good and secure on there, and then you can trim it down a little bit shorter if you need to. Typically I don't cut too much, I just try and use the pieces that I have, because that also adds extra stability to whatever it is that I'm building. So I think I'm going to kind of do like a crisscross pattern here.
A crisscross pattern?
Pattern. Yes.
I know, I was saying it funny. Oh, I see you got a little bead right there.
Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah. Is that going to be the one that's in front?
I don't know. I might do a pattern, do every other one, and then see how far I want to go with it. So that's what I got so far. Got some beads in the middle. But it's still a little wobbly. I might add pieces going across to stabilize. I don't know. I can go as far as I want with it.
Or
So,
maybe
yeah.
you can like put like things between.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How's your bracelet? Do you need help?
No.
No? Are you going to add more pieces to the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well we're going to end the video for now. We will take pictures of our creations and put them in the comments. Hope you guys have fun today.
Bye.
Bye!